Hello, I'm James Ferry, and welcome to Real Talk with my co-host Christina Yeagle. Today we're going to talk about some of the relationship problems that I keep hearing about in Facebook and some different other things, and we're going to get some opinions, from a male perspective, female perspective, and look at how we can answer some of these questions for you. So, long distance relationships. I see a lot of people talking about them, whether or not they can work, whether or not they're something that are doable. What are your what do we take into consideration when doing a long distance relationship?
I would take into consideration trust, if you're secure enough in your relationship, and the fact of, are you one of those people that you need to have your significant other there every day, even if it's not all day long, 24/7, but every day you have to be able to see them. If you can do that, because long distance, you don't necessarily get to see them every day, even over video chat and other things like that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what about starting one? So we're not talking about an already started relationship. Let's talk about let's go from the beginning and go with, how do we deal with it to begin with? You meet somebody, you find out that they live a little bit further away than what you originally thought. So we're in Medford, Oregon. So let's say someone lived in Portland, Oregon. Okay, it's about a 3.5, 4 hour drive.
It would definitely take both people's efforts on that point then.
Would it be something that would be worth doing? Like, do you think, is it worth looking outside of your area for a relationship?
I think it potentially can be, especially if you're one of those people that are willing to put the effort forward to try to. But there are some things in life, like being a single mom, for instance, being a single dad, for instance. You sometimes can't really do that because you have to think about your kids too in the end. And if they were raised here and they have their friends here and their family here and the support system here, it might be a little bit harder for them to actually be okay with, like, say, what if you got married and you relocated? Then they would have to leave all that behind.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, in regards to, let's talk about the physical aspect of it. I know that tends to be, I think, probably one of the biggest concerns is, you're in a relationship, but there's no physical gratification from that relationship because you're not seeing that person.
That's true. And if you're a very physical person, then that's not something that's really doable for you.
And so do you just cancel it out? Do you speed up moving in? What's the best way to approach it? Because, there may be, the 100%.
I think it comes into communication again. Just like any relationship, communication is number one, especially if the person is a distance away from you.
Yeah. No, that definitely, I understand what you mean by that. I definitely feel like that plays a part in it. I think one of my biggest things, at least from a male perspective, is you're not getting a chance to meet their friends. There's that guy friend that they talk to all the time, and he's nobody, he's just my best friend, and he's been my best friend. But in all reality, let's talk reality to it. That's even a normal conversation, too.
Well, and a lot of best friends do end up relationships together, so.
Yeah, don't date your best friend. Just don't do it. But for women, and I think this might be a broad spectrum of a topic because I feel like on the physical aspect of things, I think men desire more than average of women. Women want more of an emotional connection. I think women are more apt to do long distance if they have that than men. Like if I lived in Portland and you lived down here and we wanted to start a relationship, it would get to a point to where I'm a super physical person. That would be hard for me, and I know that would be hard for me.
Yeah.
So one of three things are going to happen. One, I'm going to move in with you much quicker than maybe what is appropriate.
Or what you're ready for.
Or what I'm ready for, or what you're ready for. You might agree to it, I want you down here. Do you, is it your job as my girlfriend, even though we're long distance, to provide things to be able to get relief for me? Like, if we're in a long distance relationship, and I know this is a very taboo thing, and it's a very taboo subject, but you don't want your man looking at porn and fantasizing about other women or anything else like that.
Or you might be okay with that.
Or if you're
Some
okay
women
with it,
are,
yeah.
so.
But is it your job to provide? Like, do you need to send sexy pictures or... I think, back in the day, it was dirty talk. Like, do you remember that?
But I think nowadays that's just a general relationship thing. Like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, You guys send
That's a
dirty
woman.
pics to each other.
No, that's a woman. I'm going to say that 100%. It is very, very, very rare that you have a man send a dick pic. That's wanted
That's
in a
true.
relationship.
That's true.
You get them all the time when you don't want them.
Well, yeah, and that's true because the whole thing with that is it's not sensual. I guess in the aspect of
Women
like
can
a
be much
woman,
more
yeah, a woman sends you a
sensual,
picture.
kinda
It's sensual.
hide
It's sexy.
something.
It's like ooh, like sneak peek type thing.
Yeah,
but with a
men send
man,
a picture,
it's just
bam,
there.
there's my dick.
Yeah, they don't
Like,
really have
maybe
anything.
put a top hat on it or a little tuxedo.
See, that would be cute, or like even like a
That would be
cowboy
but
hat.
no, that would not. They do like
a cowboy hat, or like send a picture of like, hey baby, I'm thinking about you, and just
tuck it
hide that
between your
one
legs?
part. No.
What, you're gonna tuck and be like, look, baby, I'm just like you.
No, put like a freaking cowboy hat or something, just something cute. So like, say, okay.
Would women appreciate that? Like on a real note, like I've never.
Okay, how come? Let me ask you this then.
Uh-huh.
How come on Facebook and stuff? Because I have a lot of girlfriends that I am friends with on Facebook
Right.
that I know in real life too, but I'm also friends with on there.
Right.
And they will post picture after picture after picture of hot guy, and it doesn't necessarily have to show his dick. It could just be some guy with a ripped six pack. It could be some just guy with a nice face.
Well, that goes back to our last week's episode in regards to body image, though, too, because like you know.
Well, yeah, but if I
when
care,
but when you post that and you look at their husband, and the husband, like myself, has got a little bit of a gut that isn't ripped or
Okay,
that
but
isn't muscular.
again, here comes the thing though: is if your woman, your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, just like if your man, your husband, whatever,
Right,
if
right.
they're with you, they think you're sexy, they think you're attractive, and it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks.
Okay.
Because personal text messages aren't going to get out there to where everybody sees them, unless your other half's a
don't do
complete
that.
dick.
Yeah, no, if you're an asshole, then don't do it. But
Yeah.
at the same time, let's talk about that serious subject for a matter. Okay. If we were married, okay, or dating, and I said that I want like every time I was posting all the time pictures of Playboy Bunny or Megan Fox or somebody that standard community has deemed as hot. Okay. Constantly posting pictures that does not look like you. Sooner or later, whether or not you intended to or I intended to or not, you're going to get that opinion that that's what I want.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, too, again, communication comes into play.
Communication comes into play.
I would hope that.
But that communicate, you can't say anything. If you were married and you're sitting here posting nothing but Channing Tatum photos or all these the Zac Efron photos or John, yeah, I know you, but just in general though, that you are stating on Facebook out for the public, this is what you like. And then you're posting a picture of your gutted up husband, okay, that physically doesn't match what you're saying is sexy. What you're labeling as, oh my God, he's so hot, or oh, the things I would do with him, okay?
Well, yeah, but why would you post the personal photos on Facebook anyways?
But
To me, those are personal photos. So
no, I get that. No, but I'm talking about in a general sense of people who know you know what your husband looks like.
okay, but in general, like I wouldn't be one of those people. Like I'll post pictures when I'm single, like that. But if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I don't necessarily.
But do you talk to girlfriends and everything else like that in regards to like like I said, you're what yours? It's Jason Momoa. Okay, that's her like wet candy. Open up the Niagara Falls.
Hey, just to be fair, I like Sam Elliott too. So.
She's got a weird combo. She likes old Hawaiian guys, apparently. But I mean, whether or not you intentionally do it or not, and I understand that, but every person has that on there. They take the little quiz about who's your celebrity crush, and they make some cute comment like who I got or something like that. That is very demeaning, I think, more for a man than it is for a woman.
Okay, but would that come into? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Here and here's the reason why I say it's that way. Okay. Women, as men, we tend to look at women in a very similar fashion. Tits, ass, hips. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
body.
The
physique.
body shape, absolutely. And when we're sitting here now and you're saying, I mean, bodies for the most part on females, there's only a few variances. Very few. Girls, you want your ass to look great, wear the right clothes. That's a true statement. It don't matter if you got the smallest booty in the world or the biggest one. Wear the right clothes and it's going to look amazing. Okay? Breasts. That's the number one thing that women typically look at when they think their man is looking at something else. It's her chest, that she has bigger boobs than her or anything else like that. For women, it is so much more. It's it's the perfect chiseled body. It's the muscles. It's the he could pick me up and slam me against a wall. He could.
Yeah, but I've known people that don't have the muscly physique that could still lift you up.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna be real with you. I couldn't.
Well, that.
I can't. I'm gonna be no. I'm
I
gonna
didn't
be,
say. I know, but I didn't say everybody. I said
I know, but
that
I'm
I have
gonna be
met
real with you.
people
But
like
if you were
that.
sitting there talking about like Jason Momoa could and everything else like that, probably Sam Elliott could beat my ass. We all, actually you could. We know that. But there's a certain point though where it's like you're almost demeaning your relationship. You're almost putting your husband or a significant other
Okay,
down
but then how do you get past
unintentionally.
that?
How do you get past that?
That's gonna be our next episode.
Yeah, no, that will definitely. We'll talk about that. Well, I mean, essentially, I mean, it's not a get past it thing. It's
Oh, I know,
just my
but
thing.
it's a world of social
But
media
why
now.
don't you show off your husband then?
Well, wouldn't you? I would think
But
you'd
do you see
automatically
it?
post
Hold on, but do you
pictures
see
of
it?
like.
Do you see it? And the answer is no.
Some people I do.
Some,
Some
but
people
not-
I do. They
let's
post
talk-
a lot about their husband. And it may not be always the physical. It may be like, oh, my husband's so sweet today. He brought me home
Right.
flowers, or
It's
he
the
did
friend
this for
zone
me,
bullshit.
or
It's the you're really sweet. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. But let's be real about it. Women don't do that.
but
Men
it's her
will show off.
husband.
Men will show off their women.
Sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes.
But we're talking general consensus here. Men will show off their women more than women will show off their husbands.
I don't know if that's true though.
On a
because
physical level.
Okay, we're gonna go on Facebook and we're gonna do a poll and we're gonna find out exactly because I see a lot of people that do not post about their significant others.
Yep.
So.
Well, we'll be back and we'll sit here and come back this next time and we'll catch up with you guys later. We're headed to California this weekend and we look forward to seeing you. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.
Bye.